So I wanted to do I wanted to just some playing and show you guys this new board too while I'm at it. We just finished Worship Summit 2018, and I had gotten this board before the week before Summit. And hey Joel, thank you, Amy. Hey Joel, what's up, Gina? I had gotten this board like right before Worship Summit started, and I was unsure, how it was going to be live in like a live setting, because as you can see, it's only 49 keys, and I was kind of wondering if I was going to be able to do a whole praise and worship service with a 49 key keyboard, and it actually worked out really, really great. I was very happy with it, and the more I play it, the more I like about it. But I wanted to kind of show a couple of things about it to you guys, and play a little bit, show you some of the sounds and stuff, and give an announcement tonight. For those of you that are watching, that's why I asked you to share, because I'm getting ready to do something new. As you can see on the screen, Worship Wednesday. So each week on Wednesday, we're going to be doing a session on Instagram that we'll be calling Worship Wednesday. I'm going to teach on worship some weeks, but it'll be live. Some weeks we'll play a little bit, just do worship. But I wanted to do something every single week that people could join in and bring some people with them that are interested in worship. We're going to be doing giveaways. I'm going to give you some free things. My book's coming out this month, so I wanted to give some free copies of that away this coming Wednesday and stuff. So I'll also answer some of the questions you guys have about this board. Hey Corey, these are not weighted keys. These are actually touch-sensitive synth-style keys. So, and that to me is not something I've had an issue with. I've been able to play it without any problem, and even did all those different sessions we did praise and worship. There was no issue at all. But I wanted to just kind of talk quickly about it before I talk more about Worship Wednesday, because one of the cool things about this board, you don't have to get it in this blue color. I mean, it comes in three colors. It's black, white, and this. I just liked this blue color. But here's the coolest thing for me. Look at this. I can hold that up with one hand. That's an 8-pound board. For anybody that's a keyboard player that has lugged gear around all over the place, you'll know what a blessing an 8-pound board is. So this board is literally 8 pounds. With the case, I bought like a soft case for it. With the soft case, the whole thing is only 10 pounds. And I actually bought this when I was in Ohio. Amazon shipped it to me in Ohio. And I got it at my hotel, got the soft case, and then brought it back to Florida, flew it home. But here's the coolest thing to me about it, because I've had keyboards broken by like baggage handlers and in traveling, and even in hard cases, like had things destroyed completely. But one of the cool things about it, even though it's in a soft case, I carried this bad boy on the plane and put it in the overhead compartment. No issue. By the way, any musician that's watching this, that they ever try to make you check your bag on the plane if it's an instrument, Congress passed a law that actually went into effect in 2015, which gives you the right as a musician to carry your gear, if it's small enough to go in the overhead compartment, to carry your gear onto the plane and not be forced to check it and put it underneath the plane. So I went in loaded with that. Piece of information. Didn't have to use it, but they just let me do it. Thanks, Daryl. And hey, Danielle. So anyway, I wanted to show you some of the cool things and how easy this is. So here's the bottom line. This board is made by Yamaha. You can't see that because my Instagram tag is in the way. But one of the cool things about this board, okay, so it came out maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. Maybe even a little longer than that. But this is the Yamaha MX series. As you can see on the other side of the board, I don't know, it must be over here somewhere. But no, it's over here. the Yamaha MX. It comes in the 49 key, 61 key, and an 88 key. And the cool thing about the 88 key version is fully weighted. And the 61 key and the 49 key have synth action, like, you know, not even semi-weighted, it's like synth action keys. It doesn't, the cool thing though, it doesn't mess up any kind of dexterity when you're playing. But, so anyway, amazing sounds. Thank you, Lori. But here's what's cool. For all you guys that do worship at churches and all that kind of stuff, I just made a really easy patch. It's literally, if you could see the top, maybe I'll do an in-depth video sometime on the board, but if you look at the top, it has an easy 2 buttons to layer sounds or to split sounds. So if you want to bass down here and keys up here, whatever, you can easily do that. So I set it up to where I have a pad as well as their concert grand piano that comes from the Motif keyboard. So I have the full out concert grand for the Motif XF8, which is a huge sample. Beautiful, beautiful keyboard. Beautiful grand piano sound. So anyway, as I'm playing, I have this mod wheel right here is programmed for the high cut of the pad. If you're not a musician, just listen to what it sounds like. I can make it really warm. Listen to this. And the cool thing is, if you're like the player at your church, and your pastor is teaching or whatever, I have it set up so I can just turn the layer off, literally. I can turn the layer off, turn this up, and just do this. Yeah, the MX88 brand is like $9.99. It's ridiculous. This board right here, the 49 key version, is only like $500, literally brand new. If I wanted to bring the piano back in, you know, just the layer button comes right back on. Love you, Kofi, very much. Hey, Nathan. Yeah, Amy, you could get it really easily. One of the cool things too is if you remember back in the 1980s, they had all of those different worship songs from the 80s were built on this song right, this sound right here. As soon as you hear this, you'll know this was all the 80s worship piano right here. So pretty cool. I mean, it has a lot of stuff. If you get really into it, like if you were gonna do, like literally, if you had this kind of stuff. Some of my favorite sounds in here. If you're doing like synth stuff, this is some really cool sounds. You can go right into this. all kind of... So, I mean, like, tons and tons of stuff. It's really insane. And then you're right back again to the... Hey, what's up, Josiah? You're right back again. Hey, Tim. So anyway, to me, here's my main thing with, like, the way churches, you know, choose to buy these things. You know, there's churches that'll go out and spend, you know, $4,000, $3,500, you know, on a Motif XF8 or a Korg Kronos 2 or like a Nord stage piano that's like $3,000, $4,000. And the problem with that is that you bring it into your church and set it up for Sunday service, and these are basically the only two sounds, and maybe an electric piano, which this has phenomenal electric pianos. Some really good stuff. There's one in here that I've been really playing a lot. So there's just so much, especially if you're just like learning to play, all those things that you have at your disposal. It's really amazing. See that? I'm getting yelled at by my wife right there. Look at that. She's keeping me in line. So it blows me away. So anyway, you know, what'll end up happening is that, you know, churches buy these $4,000 boards, and then they come in. These are basically the only 3 or 4 sounds. They use a grand piano, an electric piano, and a pad, mainly, maybe some strings, or like maybe a synth, but most likely not. And they pay for these massive keyboards that they're okay. So for example, the Yamaha XF8 has like 3,000 and some sounds on it, literally. This is like a little brother to the Motif XF8. This has 1,000 of the best Motif sounds built into it. It's not a MIDI controller, although it can be used as that. It is a full-out keyboard. Has 1,000, actually 1,000 plus of those sounds. And when the Motif came out, it was like $3,500, $39.99, something like that. This is $499 for this. I think the 61 key is like $700. The 88 keys $999. And it has all the sounds you want, all the effects that you're going to need. You know, it blows my mind. It's amazing. Alex Meadows is asking, what software are you using to broadcast on Facebook? I'm using a software called OBS. I think it was originally built for gamers that like to live stream their games on like Twitch or whatever. Hey Cody, what's up Kayla? So I mean, it's amazing, you know, what you can do with just such a small board. And you know, if your church wanted a bigger one to have weighted keys and all that, to pay a quarter of the price and still have all that quality is amazing. You know, I'm not, obviously Yamaha doesn't pay me any money. They should. Yamaha, if you're watching, you should pay me money. But they're not paying me any money to say this. But, you know, I love churches, and I want to see churches, you know, be able to have the best, but not have to pay the most. And I've been so impressed by this board. I mean, like, so impressed. has some of the greatest sounds, man. I used to be such a huge, you can't see below this board, but I have a Korg Triton Extreme sitting right below this board directly, and I'm selling it because this board's literally all I need, especially on the road and for traveling and everything. Like, you know, it blows my mind how good the sounds are.